Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Step Up Demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to Tracy's Sunday Challenge for Christmas Eve, Sunday the 24th of December. I have a fun one for you this week. It is a challenge on using some DSP, or showing ways that you can use your DSP. I'm not only showing you ways to use your DSP, but I'm also showing you how to step your cards up, which I'm super excited for this. I am changing the way I'm doing my cards, so you'll get to see two different ways, but just know that it's the same similar design. So I have all my kit ready to go. I've got 3 basic white thick card bases. I've got an extra matting of basic white, extra matting of shaded spruce and cherry cobbler, and then I've got my deckled circle dies cut out already. Now, I'm using the 5th and 6th smallest from the deckled circle dies. I'm also using the wonderful Joy of Noel bundle and the Joy of Christmas DSP, which is on page 28-29. Now, I know most people are finished with their cards. I really wanted to show you this, but what's really great is you could use this whole design for any DSP that you have and any occasion that you need. So I've got 3 pieces of DSP here, 3.5 by 5 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down into 3. Now you can cut them down to 5 or any amount that you would like, but making sure that all 3 are stuck together so you're going to interconnect these cards with the different designs. So you want to make sure that they're all the same, so they're going to create that template in the back perfectly. So as you can see with the card that I've created with my sample, it's a little bit different than the one we've cut this way. But like I said, you can cut them any way you like, as long as you cut all 3 exactly the same way. So I've used the same DSP, I'm using the same design on each one. It's just that the DSP layout is a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to start with our very basic simple card. We have our basic white thick card base. I have one of our deckled circles, which is the 5th smallest. And we're just going to stamp the cherry cobbler Noel in the center. And then I've got the shaded spruce ink just for a little bit of holly in the background and like on the side. So a little bit of greenery there. Once we add our 3 layers of DSP down, we're going to stick this down with some liquid glue, so it's, there's no dimension, there's no super awesome fantasticness to this card. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how I speak. So yeah, but like I said, you can use this design using any DSP that you have. So, and if you don't have the deckled circles, that's okay. Use one of your other dies that you have, whether it's a label punch or a die, or use what you have in your stash. But I really wanted to share with you how to create 3 quick and easy cards super simply. And you do want to make sure that your DSP coordinates in colors, though. That's the only thing. You can't have them mixy matchy, it just won't look any good. So here we have our first card already done. Super simple, right? Very, very simple. We're going to step it up a little bit with our second version. Again, all I've done is I've changed out to the next piece of basic white card base. We have a matting piece of basic white. I have a deckled circle in basic white and also a deckled circle in shaded spruce. We're going to stamp the Noel again in cherry cobbler. I'm going to heat emboss Joyous with gold embossing powder. So we're stepping it up a little bit. We're adding a little bit of twine. We've added a matting to our sentiment piece, but it's the same background. Oh, and we're also adding the matting piece to the basic white. So it's basic white card base, basic white matting, so it's not overly, you could leave that out if you wanted to, but I've stepped it up by adding another layer. I have glued that basic white matting down to the card base, but you could also pop that up and that would just step it up that little bit more. Completely up to you. So I'm stamping Joyous in the Versamark clear ink, and we're using the gold embossing powder. You're going to need your heat tool to make sure that that's nice and melted. You'll see as soon as it's ready. Embossing is actually one of my favorite techniques to do, and I like to do it a lot. If you followed me for a little while, you know that it's my favorite technique. So my question to you guys is, would you do this design with other cardstock. Obviously, it's Christmas Eve. You're not going to make Christmas cards. Hopefully, you're all well and truly done with Christmas cards. But let me know. Would you like to join in the challenge and do this technique? Yeah. Now, obviously, if you don't want to create 3 cards, you could just do it with one piece of the 3.5 by 5, and it'll have the same DSP all the way around, unless you use the other side. So you could turn over one of the pieces and do the opposite side of the DSP. But by using 3, you're getting 3 different colours, which is a great way to create quick cards using up your DSP stash. So I've got my basic white matting piece. We're just going to layer our DSP down. We've layered the 2 deckled circle dice together, and I've just done a quick bow with that Simply Elegant twine in the gold and added it down with a mini glue dot. So very, very simply, once we've layered our DSP pieces down, I'm going to pop up our deckled circle sentiment piece, but we're going to glue down this whole piece to the card base. Now, you could also, like I said, you could pop dimensionals behind there as well, but we're going to make them simple and quick as well. And each time that we make the card, I'm stepping it up just that little bit more. So pretty. I actually really love this whole suite. There's 2 sets of DSPs in it, so hopefully you still have some in your stash, or maybe you've already used it all. Yeah, I love making Christmas cards. So there's our second design. Let's move to our third and our more stepped up card. We have basic white card base, shaded spruce cherry cobbler matting, our 3 layers of our DSP. I've got a gold deckled circle in the 6th largest, a basic white thick 5th smallest in the deckled circles, stamped Noel in cherry cobbler. We're going to bring in a little bit of that shaded spruce greenery with our holly and this other little leafy design. I'm not really sure what it is. I've also used from that Joy of Noel bundle the pine and die cut that from the set as well. So I'm just going to add that down with the mini glue dot, popping the sentiment piece over the top. But before we do, I want to add that layer of embossing. So stamping the joyous sentiment with Versamark, and then we're going to heat emboss with gold. So what we've stepped up with here is we've got, you know, the layer of gold foil. We have the pine needle embellishment that's off to the side. We have our embossing. I've got the gold bow on the side, and then we're going to bring in some of our festive pearls, the gold ones, to add a little bit more extra colour and embellishment. So this is actually a more stepped up card, but you know, you can make all of them stepped up if you'd like, or all of them simple, completely up to you. So this week's challenge, you've got all week, and hopefully you're off for a little while. Maybe you'll join in this week's challenge. So all you need to do is create a card using DSP. Show us ways of, you know, using up some of your DSP. I know we all have a super huge stack. All you need to do is take a photo of your card and then come over to my business Facebook page, find the graphic where the challenge is actually in the post, and then you just put a picture of your project in the comment section. Now, don't forget to leave a comment for anyone that has already posted their project, and you know, share your love, share what you're creating. I know because we have, well, most of us have a big stash of DSP. It's always nice to share how you're using it. Maybe we'll get some ideas and craft away our stash. So we're going to pop up our sentiment here with dimensionals, and we're also going to pop up this whole piece down onto our card base. The only thing that I haven't done is I'm going to come back in with the Simply Elegant twine and just pop down that little bow. So let me know, do you like the simple, the intermediate, or the more advanced card? I think it's a simple answer. It has to be the advanced one. I don't know. I like the layers, I like the twinkle and the glimmer and all those. So, you know, anyway. So hope that you have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow and a great festive season. Now, if you're in need of any supplies, either that I've used today or, anything in your stash, you can purchase them in my online store. I have a great program for all my customers. I have free gifts every single month that I like to give out. So you won't be walking away empty-handed. I do have some great little specials for everyone. And yeah, if you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. I have lots and lots planned for you in 2024, so I'm really hoping that you'll come back and join me for those. I'll be back the second week of January live, but I'm just taking a little bit of time, a little bit of a R&R with some family and, just enjoying a little bit of downtime. So there we have it, our third and final card. And these are such a simple way of using up your DSP. I'm going to bring in my sample cards. So like I said, I've cut the DSP down a little bit differently. But what's really great is you could do this any way you like. There's no measurements or anything like that. You just cut them. Keep them all square and cut them, and this will work out perfectly. So I really hope that you'll try this technique with your DSP and craft away. Alright everyone, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Christmas. Have a safe and merry new year, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye bye.